Why are you single? 7 dating mistakes that keep you from finding love. Are you wondering why you are single? You may be making some common mistakes in the dating world that are preventing you from finding love. In this video, we'll take a look at 10 dating mistakes that could be the reason why you are single. By understanding the mistakes that you are making or may be making, you can work to avoid them in the future and finally find the romantic connection that you have been seeking. 1. You're too picky. One of the most common dating mistakes that can keep you single is being too picky. If you're having difficulty finding love, it could be because you're too focused on finding someone with perfect qualities and ignoring potential partners who might make you happy. You may think you know what you want in a partner, but your reasons why you can't find love might be that you're simply setting the bar a little too high. Think of all the qualities that you have and ask yourself if you would date someone with those same qualities. If the answer is yes, then consider that you may be too picky in your dating life and look for ways to broaden your search for love. When searching for a partner, consider what traits are important to you and prioritize them accordingly. Focus on what makes a person special instead of their shortcomings. Remember that all relationships take work, and if you're too picky about who you date, you may be missing out on a great opportunity to find love. By understanding the reasons why you can't find love, you can avoid making this common dating mistake and open yourself up to more potential partners. By taking the time to assess your expectations and relationships, you can give yourself the best chance of finding someone special who meets your criteria and will make you happy. 2. You don't put yourself out there. One of the most common reasons why people can't find love is that they don't put themselves out there. It's easy to get stuck in rut and not actively seek out potential partners. Dating isn't always easy, and it can be intimidating to start looking for someone to share your life with. But if you want to find love, you have to put yourself out there. There are a few reasons why you may not be putting yourself out there. Perhaps you're scared of rejection or feel like you won't be able to meet anyone that matches your standards. Maybe you're trying to protect yourself from getting hurt, or you don't have the time to invest in a relationship right now. Whatever your reasons are, it's important to remember that if you don't make an effort to find someone, you're not going to find love. If you want to find love, start by making a conscious effort to meet new people. Sign up for a dating app, attend a singles event, or join a club that focuses on activity or a hobby that you enjoy. Remember, the more effort you put into meeting new people, the more likely you are to find someone who could be there for you. Don't let fear or insecurity hold you back from finding your true love. Put yourself out there and follow these dating tips and tricks that you'll be sure to find love soon. 3. You're closed off on first dates. One of the biggest reasons why you can't find love is because you're closed off on first dates. It's important to remember that dating is about getting to know each other and the other person. And if you come across as uninterested or guarded, it could be a major barrier to forming a connection. When you're closed off, you give off an impression that you're not interested in learning more about the other person, and this can easily lead to them feeling discouraged. If you want to find love, it's important to keep an open mind on first dates and be willing to listen to what the other person has to say. Don't be afraid to share a few stories of your own and ask questions. Showing genuine interest in the person you're out with will go a long way in helping you build a connection. Additionally, try to stay positive and focus on the good aspects of dates instead of picking apart every little thing. This will help ensure that you have a pleasant time and can start to build a relationship with someone who could potentially become your partner. Overall, it's important to remember that dating is a two-way street, and it's not just about finding someone who meets all your criteria, it's also about being open and willing to get to know the other person well. If you make an effort to be open and show interest on a first date, you could end up finding someone special that you can share a meaningful connection with. 4. You talk about your ex too much. One of the biggest mistakes people make in the dating world is talking about their ex a little too much. If you find yourself discussing about your ex in a way that isn't constructive, it's time to take a step back. This dating mistake can be particularly damaging for reasons why you can't find love. Not only your date will feel like they're competing with someone who isn't even present there, but it also implies that you haven't moved on from the past. Your date won't be able to get a true sense of who you are because you are stuck in the past. If you find yourself talking about your ex on the date, try to steer the conversation back to your date and away from past relationships. Instead of focusing on your ex, focus on your date and be present in the moment. Ask questions, share stories, and enjoy getting to know them as a person. This dating mistake can be easily avoided if you take the time to focus on what is right in front of you instead of dwelling on the past. If you want to find love, it's important to take responsibility for any dating mistakes and learn how to avoid them. By keeping your ex out of the conversation, you give yourself a much better chance of finding a real and lasting love. 5. You're trying to change yourself for the wrong reasons. Have you ever felt like you need to change yourself to find love? This can be a dangerous approach, as it can lead to a feeling bad about yourself or focusing on the wrong things. Instead of trying to change yourself for someone else, you should focus on becoming the best version of yourself for you. There are plenty of reasons why you can't find love. If your focus is on changing who you are, one of them is likely this. When you're looking for love, it's important to be honest and open-minded about who you are. If you're constantly trying to change yourself to fit someone else's standards, you won't be able to find a partner who loves and appreciates the real you. By embracing all the aspects of yourself and all your experiences, you can attract people who accept you for who you are. If you find yourself trying to change who you are to find love, take a step back and ask yourself why. Is it because of something someone has said or done? Is it because of your insecurities? Whatever the reasons may be, remind yourself that it doesn't matter what other people think or even say. The only opinion that matters is actually your own. Remember that it's okay to make changes to improve your life, but it's important to make sure those changes are motivated by self-love and acceptance rather than the need to please someone else. Making changes out of love for yourself is much more likely to bring you lasting happiness and fulfillment and make you more attractive to potential partners. So focus on loving yourself and making positive changes for the right reasons, and you'll be well on your way to finding love. 6. You have trust issues. Trust is a vital part of any relationship, and yet it can be one of the biggest roadblocks to finding love. When you don't trust someone, it's difficult to build an emotional connection and open up in ways that can lead to a lasting relationship. If you have trust issues, it can feel like you'll never find the right person. However, with a few dating tips and strategies, you can start to overcome your trust issues and find love. First, it's important to understand why you have trust issues in the first place. For some people, past experiences have made them guarded and worry when meeting new people. You may also be or have unrealistic expectations for your relationship, expecting perfection and idealization, or you may be too quick to assume the worst about people. Once you understand why you have trust issues, it's time to start making changes to your dating habits. Start by taking things slow and don't be afraid to ask questions on your dates. Make sure that you get to know a person before you decide to commit to a serious relationship. Also, learn to recognize red flags early so that you don't become too attached to someone who isn't worth your time. Finally, don't forget to stay open-minded and optimistic about dating so that you don't miss out on a potential partner due to your trust issues. If you're struggling with trust issues and finding it difficult to find love, remember that with the right mindset and strategies, it is all possible. Take some time to reflect on why you have trust issues and take small steps to build trust in your relationship. With patience and practice, you can eventually overcome your trust issues and find the love that you deserve. 7. You're afraid of commitment. If you're finding it difficult to find love, one of the reasons may be that you're afraid of commitment. This fear can manifest in different ways, from avoiding long-term relationships to overanalyzing where someone would want to be with you. Commitment issues often stem from past experiences, such as a bad breakup or betrayal. For some people, the idea of dedicating themselves to one person is too overwhelming and makes them feel trapped. They worry about making the wrong decision and being stuck with someone who isn't compatible. To overcome this fear, it's important to build up your self-confidence and trust yourself to make the right decisions. It can be hard to let someone into your life, but if you want to find love, you need to learn how to open yourself up and give a relationship a chance. It might be helpful to talk to a therapist or join a support group to help you work through your commitment issues. With some time and effort, you can start to let go of your fear, commitment, and find true love. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so that we can keep making more of them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button, and thanks for watching.